Hey everyone, welcome back to the Legends of Sport podcast. I'm your host, Andy Bernstein. All of us here at Legends of Sport hope you had a wonderful holiday season. This week's podcast marks the halfway point of Season 7, and we are absolutely thrilled to announce we have a terrific new presenting sponsor, Fujifilm. We welcome them and look forward to great things ahead together in 2025. Our guest this week is the one and only Spike Lee. We all know that Spike is an acclaimed director, writer, and producer of some of our favorite films and even some iconic commercials with a certain NBA legend named Michael Jordan. But many of you also know that Spike is a longtime, passionate, and incredibly loyal fan of his beloved New York Knicks. So it was super exciting for me to sit down with Spike at the Basketball Hall of Fame festivities to discuss his induction into the James F. Goldstein SuperFan Gallery. This was a really fun conversation. I know you'll all enjoy my chat with Spike. So thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Legends of Sport podcast presented by Fujifilm. And as always, I'll see you on the backside. Well, here I am with the great Spike Lee, the super fan of the New York Knicks. What does it feel like to be the latest inductee in the James Goldstein SuperFan Gallery at the Hall of Fame?
Well, it's a great honor, and I must admit, I didn't even know there was a thing, a superfan,
Really?
until I got that phone call.
Yeah.
So I found in my life that a lot of blessings I've gotten were complete surprises. That's something I was looking forward to.
Uh-huh.
You know, and it just,
Yeah.
I think it makes it special when you're not even, when it's dropped on you. Not like,
Yeah. And you're
unlike an Academy Award where you're nominated, you're like, oh, no, I don't know.
So tell me about the process then. Somebody from the Hall of Fame contacted you? How did that
Charlie.
work? Charlie did.
Big Charlie.
Charlie Rosenzweig, the Godfather. Yes, of course.
Like James, like my brother James Brown, the Godfather, and Francis,
Yeah.
and Marlon, the Godfather.
So you and I are both Brooklyn guys, right?
Yeah, what neighbor are you?
I grew up and went to Midwood High School.
I went to
Flatbush,
John Dewey, Coney Island.
and we used to play you guys all the time.
Yeah, I grew up in Fort Greene, Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. There you go.
The Fort.
And you were a Knicks fan growing up as a kid, right?
As they say, from the giddy up,
From the giddy up. Yeah.
from the get-go.
See, I was a Ranger fan growing up. I went to a few Knicks games. I actually went
John
to
Rattel,
John Rattel,
Eddie Jockman.
all them guys. Yeah, Vic Hatfield,
Vic
the gag
Hatfield.
line. But you talked
and
about
what's Emile
Francis,
Emile
the
Francis?
coach. Yeah, the
Yeah,
cat.
coach.
They called
The
him.
cat.
So I grew up going to the Old Garden, like you talked about in your speech today.
I don't remember going to the Old Garden
Yeah.
on 8th Avenue, but my father
Yeah.
was taking me there. He used to take me. I remember going to the ECAC Holiday Festival.
Really?
Yeah, all those things.
Oh my goodness. I got a funny story about the Old Garden, though, because the Old Garden had these big girders that came down, and they put on your ticket obstructed view.
Yes.
So where would the kid sit? Behind? It was like $1.50 ticket behind the girder. But I got to kind of, crane my neck a little bit. So Spike, being a super fan, right? It's kind of.
I don't. Let's not
What?
use that.
Yeah. What do you want to call it?
I don't really see. I'm just enjoying myself and just seeing these great athletes. And it's not just basketball.
Yeah.
Baseball, going to the Yankee game tomorrow. Me and Bill Chris will talk about going to the Yankee game
Nice. Yeah.
tomorrow night.
Yep.
I mean, I was at the game when the ball. I know we're in Red Sox territory. I was at the game when the ball run to Buckner's leg.
Buckner's leg.
Yeah, so
I grew up a Mets fan, became a Red Sox fan. It was not good in '86 when they played each other, but that's a whole other story. But you're as passionate for the Yankees as you are the Knicks?
Yes.
Yeah?
But they don't have Courtside. Yankees name in the Bronx.
That's true. That's true. What do you think of this year's Knicks team? The moves they made,
this
bringing
is
in Cat. Yeah?
Tell the audience what I'm doing now.
You
tell the listeners at home what I'm doing now.
Spike is literally kissing Red Holtzman's 73 ring, right, for good luck, right?
Kissing
I
it.
love it.
I'm not licking it, but I'm kissing.
So your speech was great.
Oh, you know
today.
what? If it takes a lick for say it. Just say what happened. Describe it for audience at
The
home.
man is literally licking the ring. He's licking the ring for luck. You're too much, man. So you said that you got your courtside tickets. Patrick Ewing's rookie year. Right. And what do you remember about Patrick's rookie year? Because one of the greatest, not just Knicks, but one of the greatest NBA players of all time.
But here's the thing, though. I got hit. Patrick was at Georgetown.
Yeah.
Because I was a Hoyer. I mean, I was like, I didn't go there, but John Thompson.
Yeah.
And all, I mean, none but brothers on the team.
I love it.
Saw that the backlash that was.
Yeah.
You know, false scenarios, stuff. I mean, they're just back then. To some Americans, they look menacing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Big coach, 6'8", imposing.
Yeah.
And the way they played. And I remember people call the Hoyas thugs. So I remember all that.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
And so I was a Hoya fan.
Yeah. Coming from New York.
Yeah.
Where you could have been a St. John's fan.
I was. I mean, but.
Yeah.
Carnesecca.
Yeah.
But look at that. Look at this team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carnesecca.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Chris.
Yeah.
Mullen.
Yeah.
Walter. What's with a B?
I don't remember. Yeah, but I know who you're talking about.
I mean, they had a squad.
Yeah. No, it was a great
then
rivalry.
I was at the sweater game, too.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yes.
Wow. There's so much history to talk about. I want to talk about one more thing, Spike.
Now, look, I got time, so.
We're at the Hall of Fame.
Right.
And there's a beautiful permanent exhibition of Kobe, right, honoring Kobe. I know how close you were with him. You did the Muse film with him.
Yeah.
You know, of course, I did my book with him. I was with him for 20 years behind the
Much
scenes.
longer than me.
But can we talk about the Mamba for a second?
Yes,
How
let's
special
please.
he was as a person, not just a basketball player, but working with him directly?
Well, I wasn't a director, but.
No, but you did.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, is that the East Coast teams only come to the Garden once a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I made sure. When that's scheduled, I'm making sure I'm not doing anything when the Lakers are coming to town.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, we weren't close, but, you know, when you come over, give me a hug, and I say what's up.
Yeah.
And then I got this idea that I wanted to put a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put 20-something cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Just shoot Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean, film Kobe.
Yes.
The whole game. It turned out well.
Mm-hmm.
And for the DVD, we wanted Kobe to do a director's commentary.
Mm.
So we looked at the schedule. You know, he said, Spike, this is the date we're playing the Knicks. That night, he scored 61 points. At the time, it was the record for most scored at the Garden, too.
Yeah.
Carmelo broke it.
Yeah.
And in my office, I have that stat sheet signed by Kobe, and he says, P.S. Spike, this shit was all your fault.
You don't mess
So
with the Mamba, man.
there's footage of us at the Garden.
Yeah.
Leaving the Garden together to go to the studio to
that's
record that. He was giving me hell.
That's incredible. Yeah. What a special person he was, man.
I have this frame.
Yeah.
Love you, Spike. P.S. It was all your fucking fault.
Well, I'm working on a book with Vanessa Bryant, myself and Legends of Sport, documenting all the murals around the world. And it's going to be a beautiful coffee table book coming out next year. I want to send you one of the first copies.
Please do. Please have
of course.
for me.
But there are two murals in New York. You've probably seen the one that's outside Barclays, which is no longer there, by the way. They took it down.
Yeah.
And there's another one in the East Village, which is just spectacular.
It's still up?
It's still there, yeah.
Nobody
I'll send you the
tagged it,
address.
right?
No. And, you know, when all the riots started happening in L.A.
Let's use the word uprising.
Uprising, sorry.
It's all right.
Uprising.
It's all right, my brother. it just didn't happen out of nowhere. It was kind of
when all that uprising.
But you know what, though?
Yes.
I was in L.A. that day.
You were. Okay.
I was in L.A. Showing to the first time Terry Semel and Bob Daly the cut of Malcolm X.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that cut was 4 hours.
Jeez. Where?
And throughout the film, the secretaries are in and out of the screening room.
Oh, my God.
Giving them notes on.
Yeah.
But to there, I have to give him credit because L.A.'s burning.
Yeah.
But they stayed there to watch the 4-hour cut of Malcolm X.
Wow.
I was there that day.
What a crazy, the cross-section of, you know,
Hey, that,
of what Malcolm X
I was
stood
thinking the
for
same
and
thing.
what's going on outside the building.
Exactly.
Oh, my God, that's crazy.
Because that was the day the verdict came down.
Yes, that's right. No, but I was talking about the uprising after George Floyd.
Oh, yeah,
where Melrose and all the streets are burned in L.A. except nobody touched the mural.
You know what, though? We can't mix up on uprising. Because shit be happening here.
I mean, you and I go back to the 60s and remember those uprisings.
Yeah, and Watts.
Yeah. So what's next for you? What's going on with you? What are you
First,
working
I want
on?
to thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you.
And I think that this whole podcast phenomenon is really brought a democracy. So different voices, you know, before it was just a network. If you want on a network, that was it.
Right?
But now you got a microphone and a camera, you know, you're good.
All of a sudden, I'm like in front of the camera. You spent my whole life behind the camera. Yeah.
Right now, I'm in post-production on my 5th film with Denzel Washington.
Oh.
In order.
Yeah.
Mo Better Blues.
Classic.
Malcolm X.
More than a classic.
He Got Game.
Even more classic.
With the...
I
don't know. He Got Game more classic than Malcolm X.
Good. Yeah.
And then and then Inside Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this film is not a remake, but a reinterpretation of the great Japanese filmmakers' great film, High and Low.
Okay.
And this is the 5th time the dynamic duo is hooked up.
Yeah.
D and Lee.
Yeah. It's like you.
D and Lee.
That's you. Like you and Denzel, Scorsese and De Niro. I mean, synonymous with each other. What do you love
Fellini
about
and Giancarlo
Right. Yeah.
Federico Fellini and Giancarlo Giannini.
Yeah. What is
whoa.
What?
City Limit, Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Right.
Yeah.
But what is it about Denzel? I mean, he's spectacular.
Well, number one,
he's spectacular.
We're hearing he's a Laker fan.
Yes, I was kind of wondering about. I don't know if
he's
I
a
want to
Laker
go there,
fan, and sometimes if I happen to be in LA. With the New York Knicks in there, we sit courtside.
I've seen you courtside, jawing at each other too.
No.
Respecting
No,
each other.
Denzel's undercover Knicks fan. We the money earning Mount Vernon.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You just gotta play it cool, you know. With his.
All right, Spike. The last thing I want to bring up.
I'm in no rush. I'm no rush.
I want to talk about my great friend, somebody who you've known his whole career, Nat Butler, the great Nathaniel S. Butler. You gave him the grace of sitting with him and doing autographs of his new book today, Courtside at the Hall of Fame.
Him.
Yeah.
I mean, if he goes through his stuff, he's gonna have pictures of me and my wife Tanya holding our. Here's the thing, though. We were crazy.
Yeah.
We're courtside, and our children were like 2 or 3 months old.
Yeah.
And Charles Oakley has been known to crash. There was one time we had our baby, our infant. He flew over us and landed in the third row.
I got to find that video.
You had from Charles Oakley.
What did you do with the kid? Did you just like tuck the kid in and hope for the best? Oh my God!
Nah, we made my wife and I. It was like parting of the sea. We made a hole so Oakley could fly right through.
I remember Shaq flew over. Well, Shaq nailed me 3 times, but once he flew over me, it was like a 747.
He did it on purpose.
It was. he once.
I'm just joking, Shaq. Just joking.
He once flattened me. I thought I was done, and then we're face to face, and I couldn't breathe. He took all the wind out of me. Cameras embedded in my chest.
Was he laughing?
I'm like, and he looks at me. He goes, "Is that?" He goes, "That you, man?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Get the off me, man." He goes, "Give it a minute, man. We're on national TV."
Milk it, right? Did you milk it?
We milked it, and then I told him, "Please don't ever do that again." Yeah, unbelievable. But tell me something about Nat, about his art, about him as a photographer, documenting the game we love.
I love that. I love that word you just used.
Yes,
he's documented this great sport.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Yeah.
And his base was the world's most famous arena.
Yes, exactly.
He went on the road.
Yeah.
But his base was the world's most famous arena.
That's
Madison Square Garden.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's my partner in crime. We've been in the trenches over 40 years together.
Put the work in. You put the work in.
I'm so happy for him and the book and the support that you gave him.
Oh, the book is amazing. And I'm just glad I was contribute. What's that thing? It's not the forward. What's the thing in the
You
back?
did the afterward.
Yeah, the afterward.
Yeah. You're like the last word in the book. Spike,
all
you're
right,
a good man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm going to call you a super fan, even though you don't like it, but I'm going to call it anyway because you are memorialized forever at the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame as a super fan.
And me and Reggie Miller.
Yeah,
for the wrong reason.
At Jimmy Goldstein.
People. And Reggie will, you ask Reggie the same thing. Decades later, people still walk up to Reggie and walk up to me.
Yeah.
I mean, separately.
Yeah.
Ask about.
It was unbelievable. What a scene. But the fact that you guys are close now and you can look back on it.
No, it's all love. But
people, in the heat of the battle,
people
man.
still think that we're beefing each other. We're like, man, that shit was long. That shit is dead and buried.
I love it. Somebody should do a documentary on that whole kind of dynamic between you guys.
Part of the Reggie Miller one.
Oh, okay. It's true. It is. That's
right. But you could do one on that.
That would be amazing. Well, Spike, thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
You're a good man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, same you.
I'll see you in the garden at some point, but not with a camera.
The garden. The garden.
Huge thanks to Spike for chatting with me on today's episode. It was a definite thrill to spend time with him during Hall of Fame weekend. Congrats to Spike for being inducted as one of the newest members of the James F. Goldstein SuperFan Gallery. You all should make it a point in 2025 to visit the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. It's a terrific place that honors the game we all love. Thanks for tuning in to this episode and for continuing to support the Legends of Sport podcast presented by Fujifilm. Please follow Fujifilm on their Instagram at FujiMX_US. That's at FujiMX_US. Please tell all your friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Legends of Sport, and of course our Instagram at Legends of Sport, and my photography can be found on Instagram at ADB Photo Inc. Big thanks as always to our producer, Carlin Barker, and our editors, Sean Gosser and Addison Shao. Happy 2025 to everyone. We'll be back next week with a very, very special episode. See you then.